Good afternoon, everybody. Just wanted to share some thoughts on the shifting market and kind of getting some people wondering, is now a time to panic? Should I be really worried, or am I making the right decisions? The main things that are affecting both buyer and seller decisions right now are kind of two things, and they're very related. It's both a fear of missing out, FOMO, and a fear of making a mistake, FOM. So you got FOMO and FOM right now, which are dominating people's decisions about a lot of things in real estate. You can see it happening in the stock market right now too. And the question that I think a lot of people are kind of wondering right now is what's going to happen right as we get through 2022. And I can tell you at this point that the strong indications are, I can't tell you what's going to happen, but I can tell you what the strong indications are. And this is not anything like what we saw in 2007, 2008. Completely opposite. We're seeing a rise in interest rates. We're going to continue to see a rise in interest rates. We're going to continue to see inflationary pressure. And those inflationary pressure are going to cause the Fed to take actions, which are, as we are already seeing, causing the markets to raise interest rates. Well, what does that mean for buyers? What that means for buyers is they're going to be trying to make decisions now to take advantage of the interest rates that they have before they go up. So if you're a seller, or if you have a home to sell, now may be a more in powerful time for you to consider selling than we've ever seen, even in 2021. Which was a record-setting year. We're in a time in America where we have never seen a more powerful real estate market, and it's a hot real estate market. It's hot for sellers. It's kind of a madhouse for buyers. But the point of what I want to make is that everybody seems to be, or I want to say there's a lot of concern about what's going to happen with the markets. Is the market just going to tank because interest rates go up? And I think the opposite is what's actually going to happen. Home prices are going to continue to go up because, again, there is a massive shortage of inventory. Folks, this is not just a short-term shortage of inventory. We are talking about a generational, I've been using this term for about a year now, a generational shortage of housing inventory. It has been caused by a course of actions from our government, from our local governments, making it very difficult for builders to build new homes, to the community fighting. We see a lot, in fact, it's all even my neighborhood where we've got fight rezoning. And so even communities are trying to fight having new homes built in their neighborhood. So, there's this pressure on the existing housing inventory. And what is it that's affecting a seller's decision? Again, the fear of making a mistake and the fear of missing out. So those two things are really affecting people's decisions, and those are both conflicting and compounding. So when you have a fear of missing out, you jump on a decision, but when you have a fear of making a mistake, you then doubt that decision. So we get these giant variations in what's going on in people's minds in terms of the decisions that they're actually making. So what is going to happen is as interest rates rise, we're going to see an increase in demand for housing because buyers are going to be trying to take advantage of the rates that they've got, fearing that there's going to be a higher interest rate later. And for sellers, they're going to be they're going to be wanting to take advantage now, which is that fear of missing out, but then they're also going to be fearing making a mistake by listing too soon, or maybe fearing of making a mistake by selling their home and then not having another home to go to. That's probably the biggest decision factor for a seller, is they're fearing making a mistake of selling their home and then not having another home to get to. So that is why we offer the programs that we do. And I want to talk more about the programs that we do. I'm going to talk about that in some other videos. And so I'm going to talk about the perfect home finder. You'll see that. But I just wanted to give this information because this is affecting people's decisions right now. And there's this hyper kind of activity in the market, in this fear in the market that is driven by, again, those two things: fear of missing out and fear of making a mistake. And those things are going to continue through the year, but they're going to continue to drive this to be more and more of a seller's market as we continue through the year. And trust me, prices are not going to go down. We're not going to see prices going down, not in 2022, probably not for the foreseeable future. Because remember what I said, that generational shortage of housing? This goes back a dozen years or more from when housing starts were declining to a record low point, and they've never caught back up. And now you've got a lot of factors that are going on. You've got people staying in their homes far longer than historically we've ever had people staying in their home, whereas the record in 2004 or 2005 was maybe 4 or 5 years. It got to a record low. Now it's gone beyond the normal average, which was about 7 years. Now it's up to 10, 11. Now with COVID, even longer period of time that people are staying in their homes on average. So there's that shortage of people that are wanting to sell their home. And then there's the shortage of the housing inventory from the lack of construction that's taken place. But then you've got this heightened demand from the millennial generation, and then we've got even retirees at this point that are looking to downsize and getting into a certain home type. A certain home type in particular is what is the true shortage. There's a massive shortage of homes in a certain category, and that category tends to be the category that most buyers are looking in. So in most markets, that's going to be your average home, which is here in the Williamsburg area, it's the low 300s. If you're looking in the Hampton Roads area, it's the low to mid 200s. That sweet spot in the market where a majority of homes sell for that price range. So it depends on where your market is as to what that price point is, but it's that big part of the market is dramatically affected by a huge shortage of inventory in housing stock. So this message got longer than I thought it was going to be, but I guess I had a lot to say. So listen, if you took your time to actually read this, listen to this message, congratulations. My rambling goes on and on, but I wanted to share this information with you because I think it's very helpful for people to understand what is going to happen in the real estate market. And again, we're not going to see prices crashing. We're not going to see prices declining. If anything, we're going to see prices continue to go up. Now it'll moderate. It may not climb the way it was, but again, we still have this high demand that's going to probably get higher, and we still have a shortage, and there's no short-term solution to this shortage of inventory. It's going to be a long-term issue that we're going to be addressing probably for a long time. So stay tuned. In the meantime, stay happy, stay healthy. This is John Polson, Homes and Land by John, and I'm here to solve real estate problems, and I sell houses. So if there's anything I can do for you, if you have a home to sell, I'd love to talk to you about my 28-day sale guarantee. And if you're looking to buy a home, if maybe you're looking to sell a home, you need the perfect home finder. We've got a perfect home finder program, which is designed to help you find, we use our marketing program to find off-market properties, and we can find you properties that no one else knows about. So let's talk about those things. If you want any more information about those programs, feel free to message. Feel free to click the button here on this page and reach out, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, look forward to talking to you.